Alright, so after the White Mantle attempted a coup right in this very area of Divinity's Reach, we went out into Lake Doric and pushed back their main army. And so now we have been summoned back to speak with the Queen. And here we are.
You don't scare
Captain
me.
Thackeray, how are we doing?
The tide has turned, Your Majesty. It's only a mop-up operation now. Thanks in no small part to the commander here. If I could have been out there more.
You served your kingdom well, Logan. That's that.
Your Majesty.
What of the head of the snake?
Running home to die in his den, the slippery serpent. I'd say we should just torch the place and rid ourselves of him. But there are still innocents at the manor. Canuck and a detachment of Shining Blade are there. They're waiting to, well... Canuck wants out of his obligation to me, and I won't stand for Caudecus seeing another sunrise.
I should go then, to ensure justice is served. And just in case.
I agree. And I have someone who could be of great help to that end, Commander.
I can lead you in. I know a way. Some tunnels behind the manor.
The daughter of the villain? I see a few issues with that.
Anise.
But any help is welcome.
He also might be going home to unleash his contingency plan. He's desperate. And trust me, when Caudecus is desperate, he's dangerous.
Well, if anyone would know about that. Logan, take the Seraph and make sure no one slips out the front. We'll remove the disease surgically, following Lady Beetlestone's intimate knowledge of her dear father's secret paths.
We?
Yes, child. I'll see you there and be right by your side, as the commander said, to ensure justice is served and just in case.
Anise, you should stay in Divinity's Reach. Demmi is a friend. A capable friend, not in need of supervision.
Oh, of course. Whatever the thrones will. Get to it then, everyone. You have a snake to behead.
Alright. So, as a char, I will not salute or bow. Okay, so some stuff to unpack there. So, firstly, on the end there...
Logan, a moment before we shove off.
Sure.
Alright, well, before I talk to Logan. So, this is Demmi Beetlestone. She is the daughter of Caudecus Beetlestone, the current Confessor of the White Mantle. In the personal story, she is a big part of the Order of Whispers storyline. In fact, it actually centers around getting her out of Divinity's Reach. Because Queen Janet is sympathetic towards the cause of stopping the dragons, and is very active in peace across warring factions, particularly the humans and the Char, which is extremely important to the Order of Whispers, who need stability in order to mount a front against the dragons, which was instrumental in creating the pact in the first place. And so, one of the areas where they were interested in Crichton politics was getting Demmi Beetlestone away from her father, because she wanted to basically blow the whistle on some of the stuff that Caudecus was doing, and the Order of Whispers was the only place that she believed was safe, that they could protect her, and she believed that they could use the information effectively. Minister Wee played a significant part in that. In fact, she was part of the induction to the Order of Whispers. Torek, this character, he didn't take part in that because he was part of the Vigil, but that is a really important part of her backstory. And since then, last time we saw her, she was a novice, could barely fight, needed us to protect her constantly. Judging by her outfit and that gun, I'm pretty sure a lot has changed since then. And also, Anise, you can tell that Anise and Jenna do seem to butt heads somewhat, because Anise is used to pretty much being in charge. Because despite the fact that the Shining Blade is incredibly supportive of Queen Jenna's cause, she's in power in no small part thanks to them. But she's in power in no small part thanks to them. Which means that she kind of also has to make concessions to them in similar ways that she has to make concessions to, say, other factions like the Ministers. But it tends not to be as problematic.
Ritlock and I started a new guild. With you up and about again, I was wondering if you'd like to return to the fold, but in Dragon's Watch.
Interesting proposition, Commander, but I think I have other plans. General Soulkeeper came to see me the other day and offered me the position of Pact Marshal. I didn't, well, at first I didn't think it was for me, but my injuries and today, well, my eyes were open to my role here. Her Majesty has always been the kind of person to do things her own way. It's time I started doing the same.
It's a great honor, and you deserve it. Have you told her yet? I imagine she'll be disappointed.
I think she'll be just fine. Have a safe mission. See you on the other side.
Yeah, so Logan letting Queen Jenna actually sort of do things on her own is a big part of his character arc. He was not willing to let her out of his sight for a lot of the previous story. In fact, it was one of the biggest parts of why Krakatorrik is still alive. Destiny's Edge, literally, like, Ritlock had a spear to Krakatorrik's throat. He was about to rip his fucking throat out, if the blow was going to kill, at least. And they would have won if Logan hadn't been there. But so him actually being able to take a step back and do something else is a huge thing for him. And yeah, he's the Pact Marshal now, so... or he's about to be. So the position was offered to us after Traherne was taken out, but we are much more effective out in the field and operating as a small group that not bogged down by an army. Although we're willing and able to take command whenever we need, but someone needs to be managing the day-to-day, and it looks like that's going to be Logan now. Particularly because his injuries, it seems he's worried he might not ever fully recover, so he's going to need to take advantage of his leadership skills rather than his fighting skills. Anyway, let's head out to Beetlestone Manor. Alright, here we are back in Lake Doric. So, oh, you got a good view of that shield that the Queen put up. So it seems to be engulfing most of the city now. She is pretty damn powerful. I suppose she's probably getting a bit of help with it now. You can also see a bit of the lake and the sewage system. But the main event is right here. So this is a back entrance to Caudecus' manor, which Demmi Beetlestone has revealed to us. We're going to make use of it and cut off the head of the snake.
Here we are. There are some hidden tunnels that'll bring us up into the manor.
Are you okay?
I thought it might come to this one day, but being here again... Anyway. Up the stairs, to the left. We'll either run into Caudecus coming out this way if he's fleeing, or find him in his library if he's making a stand.
Alright. Let's take him down once and for all. No sign of Lazarus, it would seem. So it looks like the faction that we've been dealing with has been pretty much entirely Caudecus' faction. And Lazarus doesn't seem to be playing much of a part. Although, there are some bits of lore out in the world that were around the time of this release, which detail that there was actually a great deal of struggle for control within the White Mantle itself. But by the time that they attacked Divinity's Reach in this episode, most of that conflict had sorted itself out, at least into two clear sides. But there was a shit ton of internal fighting before that. Anyway, let's move in now.
Hold up. These certainly weren't installed the last time I was here. Caudecus must have upgraded his security. If the information from the Dermond Priory is to be believed, I suggest silently getting by, or picking them off one by one. But maybe the Vigil way is best. Just run in, sword swinging.
I'll let that slide, Agent.
Okay, something this instance is really good for is acknowledging personal story steps, and my character here, Torrik, he's Vigil, so she's sort of like throwing a bit of shade at them, and he's going, wait, no, shut up. But yeah, so, and there's a bit of the rivalry.
Over here.
Countess! What are you doing here?
You know, I gave it some thought and decided that Canuck had let Caudecus slip through his fingers before. I couldn't leave it to chance this time.
We should catch up with Canuck and make sure that doesn't happen then. What's his position?
She doesn't know. The Shining Blade lost contact with Canuck and his men hours ago.
Anise, is this true? Why didn't you tell me?
Subterfuge, Commander. I enjoy that Sylvari snark, but our mission is Caudecus. We can waste time arguing, or we can go assess the situation.
If Canuck is harmed, I'm holding you responsible.
This mission is bigger than one soldier. Lead the way, Lady Beetlestone.
You I guess she can pick locks now, because I doubt she still has a key.
Quite a few of the dogs in here. Did you have a plan, milady?
That wasn't exactly stealthy.
Good plan.
Tybalt once told me, use the terrain to your advantage, especially when the terrain goes boom. These munitions are one of the things I found that they can leave. Of course, he's amassed since I left.
Okay. Yeah, because she knew that Caudecus was building an arsenal and likely planning to overthrow the Queen someday, and she didn't want any part in the war. And she mentioned Tybalt, who is the mentor character in the Order of Whispers storyline. This is a very rewarding storyline if you were a Whispers character. But I didn't know that there would be that bit of dialogue from Torok, so I'm glad that they're acknowledging some of the other orders, because she was a very central part of Vanilla Guild Wars 2. One of my favourite parts, to be honest. Alright. Yeah, focus a little more. Guess we're going Vigil way after all, huh? Oh, excuse me. With me. Give me all your health. Alright.
Let's do this.
I do wonder what Demmi's been doing all this time though. Like, I wonder if she was part of the events of the Begumma Jungle. I don't know if there's any reference to her being there. I doubt it, because her area of expertise has always been the political side. So if there's anyone that we're going to leave behind, it makes sense to be her. Well, they could have used her in the jungle, because she can definitely hold her own these days. Tybalt was definitely the fan favorite of the mentor characters. At least that was my general idea. Nope, that is also not what I wanted. Shit. I'm not in the mood for this.
Adrenaline rising.
Your turn.
I'm guessing we follow the bodies.
Canuck does have a way with dead bodies. In the sense that they appear wherever he is. The lighting of this looks weird. I'm not sure if it's just the lighting in this area or if I've done something.
Shining blade. Tortured.
Commander, I'm sorry I didn't mention Canuck and his men earlier. I have a million things swirling in my head.
You're on a mission to eliminate your own father. I think it can be forgiven.
It's that, but also, if we come across Valette, please let me try to talk to her. She's my friend. And family. Maybe I can talk some sense into her.
How hopeful the young are. She's beyond your reach, child. She's a traitor and a criminal. She'll get no respite here.
You'll have to go through me.
Shh.
Bring in
You
the
hear
last
that?
one. This man has confessed. He's no longer in need of his tongue.
Here, I can pick the lock.
Okay, so she is picking the locks. Got some things I'll be mentioning here, but I think we're about to run straight into another fight. Yeah, they're going on without me.
All must confess! Be freed of the burden of your secrets before we free you of your life!
What exactly did I walk in on? Who are you now, Canuck? Good to have you back. Oh god. I could use your help. Oh my god, I missed my healing again. Oh god, ow. Oh no. Ah, fuck. Yep, I could use a recharge on that. Fuck me. Alright, your turn. Thank you. Oh, that's better. Alright, there we go. Really do need to get better with that. But yeah, shit. I'm trying to talk and fight at the same time, but these guys are not having it. Get that break bar out of here.
That all of them? Looks clear.
Good to see you, Commander. Hopefully we can finally finish this and I can be out from under that horrible woman's thumb. Oh, hi, Anise. I didn't see you standing completely within my line of sight.
To think I almost missed you.
Have you seen my father?
Oh, Canuckus perfect.
Caudecus.
Brutish man with aggressively unsettling facial hair? Yes. He seemed upset that he wasn't on the Crichton throne. To the extent that he was... Is he really your father? I'm so sorry.
What was he doing?
Well, he was consuming bloodstone his lackeys gathered from the explosion. He might be unrecognizable to you, my dear.
I stopped recognizing him as my father long ago. He should move before he turns his scorn towards civilians. He'd rather see Christ burn.
Yeah, so Demmi definitely seems to have come to terms with the fact that her father's a monster. And it seems that may be a literal thing soon, because if he's consuming bloodstones, then he's going to end up like the White Mantle we saw in Bloodstone Fen. And, we won't know this from my playthrough, but in the raids we saw that people can sort of very physically mutate when they are exposed to too much of that sort of magic. So something similar could be happening here. Because Canuck said unrecognizable, and I don't think he just meant mentally. This fucking Jade construct, piss off, stop doing that. No. Thank you for finishing that off, Canuck. What now? I've had more than enough of that. Stop blocking, man. Okay, which one do I want? Okay. What's over here?
I need help!
Now.
By the six, who blew this hole in the bottom of the wall?
I'm afraid that was me. Thought they'd have fixed that by now.
Yeah, so that was us in the dungeons, which was not part of my playthrough either. But yeah, in the dungeon, you blow a giant hole in this wall, and it's still here. And I think earlier I was going to talk a bit about Valette
Workers from Caudecus's carnival. Some of them were soldiers who fought with him in Ascalon's war with the Char. I'd overhear them in the tunnels before I left. They're separatists, trying to devise a way to get back the homeland.
You handle these sideshow rejects. I'll let Logan know it's time to start his push.
Okay, well it seems it makes sense how the Separatists are such a strong presence despite years of work on them. Caudecus has been sponsoring them, so the Separatists have a presence in Kryta as well. So I didn't know he fought Char during their war with Ascalon, like the Kryta war with Ascalon. But that would make some sense for why he's very anti-Char. Alright, let's take these guys out. I hear you guys don't like Char very much. And yeah, I was gonna talk about what's her name? Valette. So she and it makes sense that she and Demmi would know each other. They're a similar age. They're in a similar political network. They would know each other. They could have been friends. My guess is they were friends as kids.
Days. First seraph to cross us will be devoured. Don't give me that look. You don't become co-head animal handler for a circus by being a nice guy. What's that, boy? You smell some rotten collaborators. Show yourself if you dare!
I'm right in front of you, dumbass. Let's take out this dog first. Alright, let's see if we can get some hits on all of them. Don't you fucking dare. Oh, for God's sake. Yeah, denied. No. Yeah, but it seems that those two knew each other. But also, there's another aspect to it. Like, Valette's mum is in the Order of Whispers, a high-ranking member, in fact. And Demmi is now in the Order of Whispers. So it's possible Valette is also a member of the Order of Whispers, and she's sided with Caudecus. That could imply that the Order of Whispers, at least the human members, have some, like, having some loyalty issues around about now. Or it could imply something a lot more sinister. The Order of Whispers may be, to some extent, backing the White Mantle. So, like, if they are, why would they be doing that? It's hard to say. It's unlikely because we're not seeing any other sign of it, so it looks like Valette is acting on her own. But if they were trying to undermine the Crichton throne, it's possible they would be backing Lazarus since he's a powerful ally against the dragons if he's genuine. So could the Order of Whispers be trying to broker an allegiance with him too? Alright. Let's have a look inside.
Logan's moving. How are we doing?
Thwarted by another locked door. Maybe you'll lend me your foot key again, Commander.
I will indeed.
I was at your disposal.
Maybe a quieter approach would have been wiser.
Oh! Hi. Predicted the damage output as well. Oh, and they pushed me right out of their attacks. That's good, that's good. You guys keep doing your thing in there. Okay, I'm gonna back off and get my banners out. Holy Jesus, fuck me. Alright. I really need to stop swearing at them. I hope you get monetized. Not something I have to worry about soon because the channel's nowhere near big enough, but oh my god, they're blocking everything. Damn it. They kind of attack you in cycles. They block everything when I dish out damage, and then they just dish out heaps of their own when I can't heal. Which I don't think is intentional, but it's working well against me. Get lost. Alright, so we're barging through this door. Come on. Get dead. God, I hate White Mantle investments. Alright. We clear? Anything in this area? There's a lot of Easter eggs in this instance, if I recall correctly. Not sure what or where though, I just vaguely remember that. Well, looks like we found him. Let's have a look.
Caudecus, you have to stop! It's over!
Who's this? An imposter of my lost daughter? Imposters all around me. You look like Demmi, but you can't be. She's dead. She died the day she betrayed me, just like her backstabbing mother, who I had stabbed in the back.
Father! Murderer!
Well, it seems she didn't know about that, neither did I, but, well, I forgot.
Stun him under the chandelier. See if we might enlighten the fine minister.
Alright, let's give it a try. I like the puns, Canuck. Oh shit. Come on, get close. Fuck. Trying to stop. Fuck, I'm just gonna do a lot of damage. Come on. Now, we should be seeing some Valette and Mesmer portals any moment now. How's this, it's not quite under the chandelier. I don't know if I've ever stunned him under the chandelier before. What have I done in this instance? Alright, come on. Yep. Alright. There's those Mesmer portals. Oh no.
Valette! Please! You have to see it's pointless now.
Oh, fuck.
It's done!
Strong! Can't stop!
You never forsake Daddy.
Anyone else utterly disturbed by that?
Yep. Might not have heard it over the dialogue. He said she'll never forsake Daddy. Forsake. Sorry. Yeah, it seems those two either have some sort of weird replacement father-daughter relationship, or they've been up to other things. Chandelier. Oh, okay, so. Need that ability to take down your break bar. Maybe I do. I keep triggering other abilities by accident. Alright, come on.
Commander, stun him under the chandelier. See if we might enlighten the fine minister.
That worked. That worked. That definitely worked.
But I can fix it. We'll try again. You and your mother. I'll see you both in the mist. We'll be a family again.
Demmi! Please. Please, no!
Valette! Stop him!
He skipped. This thing is solid.
It was... He told me Kryder would be... sorry. I'm sorry, Demmi.
Don't let him poison any more lives.
Step away from her, traitor. You made this mess. And Caudecus is gone.
Countess, what are you... Demmi.
I never meant... I can get you to him. I'll get you to that monster so you can put him down. So we can put him down.
So you can betray us while we fight? What do I look like?
I just want to balance this ledger. Then I'll gladly accept whatever fate you see fit.
Anise, you said Caudecus was our target.
So be it. Logan, you'll stay with her?
Of course. The Seraph are securing the rest of the manor. I'll see if I can get a medic in here.
He's in a subchamber under us. He has stores of bloodstone down there. We have to be careful.
Alright. As you can see, Caudecus wasn't quite right in the head, and he seems to have shot his own daughter. So the bloodstone seems to be driving him nuts, and that's also the source of his new powers that we saw in this fight.
Are you kidding me? The ego on this man.
This is his inner sanctum. Every time he came back from here, he was slightly more unbalanced.
How do you think the conversation with the sculptor went when he ordered these? I need at least 6 reliefs of my face. No, bigger. Like 8 feet tall. Something that really captures my essence. A catastrophically misguided swagger-sodden plague sore.
You throw away the outside and cook the inside. Then you eat the outside and throw away the inside. What did you eat?
So I can look at the dialogue again. So I can't actually remember the answer to these riddles. Bread, mushrooms, sunflower, lamb. Throw away the outside and cook the inside, then you eat the inside and throw away the outside. That could be a clam, couldn't it? Maybe a beehive? The outside, cook the inside, eat the outside, throw away the inside. I'm gonna try clam first, then beehive. That did something.
And the room spins. He somehow managed to make this place sickening in more ways than one.
The floor's nice though. Hi.
You throw away the outside and cook the inside.
Right, so I
Then
didn't
you
get the
eat
riddle
the
correct.
outside and throw.
Maybe a beehive? Right. Still not correct. Oh. Thank you, Anise. Let's have a look. Maybe it's a chicken? Okay. Let's try this next one.
I'm half as smart and twice as strong. I've got a kick you won't forget.
Okay. Half as smart as twice as strong, got a kick you won't forget. Okay, so these things aren't loading in properly, but that's fine. Rifle potion, crystal. I think it's centaur. But these things stop clicking in and out. Oh my!
You did this to me. You ruined.
No, you did this to yourself. I am not taking responsibility for that.
Slightly larger and more unhinged than our last encounter.
Gods! A mask of his own face! Let's end this thing.
My pleasure. Given due process by the Crichton throne, you are hereby sentenced to... Oh, forget it. Let's just kill him.
You're coming with me.
The shield is too strong. Face us, you overgrown masked coward. Use the shards. Too much blood. Overwhelmed.
Give the magic-infused psychopath more magic?
Trust me, I've heard some things. The overload doesn't end well.
You too, Malef. There's no end to today's treachery.
Okay, I need a back.
Left me. Your mother saw to that. That's why I took you. Now everyone has to pay.
So he's referencing Minister Wee helping Demmi join the Order of Whispers. Okay. One. Okay, he's actually quite dangerous. He doesn't do a lot of damage in this form though, I think. At least he didn't the first time around. Shit. I need healing. Yeah, my ability setup is not good for bosses. I may start changing that in advance. Get fucked! Although, that was a pretty nice heal there. No, wrong. Okay, good. I want to look at yourself, not fucking Valets. Or whoever I was looking at. Okay, come on, come on. What the? How? Someone get me up. Someone get me up before he... That was the wrong ability. What the? He's fucking... He keeps knocking me back and wasting my heals. And, fuck. Wow, okay. Maybe it's the confusion. I need someone to get me up now. Yeah, unfortunately in Guild Wars 2 there's pretty much no consequence whatsoever to dying. So I'm kind of cheesing this fight, which I don't like doing, but I don't really have an option because you beat me. Alright, my turn. No, I keep fucking using the wrong abilities every goddamn 10 seconds. Did it again, Did it back off. I keep panicking and just smashing buttons. Nope. I need to stay clear of him until I can heal again. Let him be distracted by the others. And bam. Alright, let him restore and fuck him up with bloodstone shards. Okay, come on. I'll have him on this round. Okay, I haven't turned down the volume and the music just seems to have gone really quiet. Alright. Come on, come on, come on. Give me your health. Oh shit. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Oh, he's summoning reinforcements. No, 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 no. Alright.
Endurance drain.
Here.
Woo, okay, okay. That was close. How we doing?
How is she?
She's been asking for you, Valette.
Anise, while they have their moment, to the matter of my billet,
Not wasting any time, eh?
Not when it should be my own.
You served me faithfully. And given the bearded reptile buried somewhere beneath me, you have held up your end of the bargain. Consider yourself a free Sylvari.
How's it feel?
It feels good.
Me!
Oh, he's here. Master Tybalt. You found me.
Medic, take her back to her godparents in Divinity's Reach. They'll want to make arrangements.
I imagine that's the Wee family.
Thank you for breaking the silence, Captain. Now, I hope you're ready to follow her into the Miss Valette.
Yes.
Countess, Valette helped when she didn't have to. And I'm not sure this is what Demmi would have wanted.
She should stand trial. Past deeds. You should be given a chance to make up for them.
There's been too much death today. And I've recently had an opening on my payroll. She'll stay with me and serve her sentence as my ward.
Thank you for your mercy.
Hold that thought until you've served her for a while. You'll be begging for a cell in under a week.
Well, as a first step down this road, let me tell you, you should check Caudecus's chambers. I think you might find more than a few things interesting there.
Go. Logan and I will take her to Divinity's Reach. Maybe one day she'll make up for her misdeeds and become better.
Like the Crichton spiderwort.
Commander, I'm impressed. You know your flora. That's the Queen's favorite flower, you know.
I'm aware.
I was going to leave, but I'm dying to see his room after the splendor that was his private dungeon.
You having a stroke over there, Logan? Yep, he is having a stroke. Blighting pods do that. Alright, let's see this broom.
Oh, Minister Beetlestone, you did not disappoint. Why on Tyria do you think he has a painting of Captain Thackeray in here?
That's maybe because if he thought, you know what, we should probably never tell Logan about this.
Agreed. That man's been through enough. And this would probably scar him worse than being stuffed in a blighting pod.
I'm not sure what the implication is here. Because it seems like Caudecus is, what, does he have Logan in high respect, or does he like him? What does he have a crush on him? Is he his son? I don't know what the idea is here. Or maybe, like, he has a thing for Logan because Logan is banging the Queen? I'm not exactly sure what they're implying. Maybe I should look it up someday. But let's just move on, because the commander and Canuck seem to be well aware of what it's implying. Search his room for critical intel. Let's get these dialogue options first. I think the desk is what will trigger the end of the mission.
Nothing in that chest. Caudecus's questionable taste in art aside, I doubt this is what Valette was talking about.
But I like the art.
Odd, but probably not what we're looking for.
How's it odd?
A surprisingly normal bed. And then there's the ceiling. Wow.
Right, so he has a mirror above his bed, so he can look himself in the eyes as he falls asleep and see other things as he uses his bed. Anyway, Confessor, you'll never guess who showed up at the Chantry of Secrets today, or knowing you, maybe you will. It's Demmi. Apparently your dearly departed wife's cousin, Lady Wee, coaxed her from her comfortable lifestyle and spent the last 2 days interrogating her. Don't worry, she didn't have much actionable intel. Okay, so... Okay, right, so Caudecus's wife was the cousin of... Okay, right. the Wee family. It appears she bolted from the manor before she could gather enough evidence to pin anything overtly treasonous on you. Still, you should expect the Order to watch you more closely from now on. So, okay, yeah, so that's probably why the Order of Whispers storyline, which was so focused on bringing down Caudecus, never went anywhere. Apparently Demmi, like, bailed before she could actually really make much of a difference. As for the leads they've got, I'll do what I can to make sure they result in dead ends. Emphasis on the dead part. I await your instructions on what should be done about Lady Wee. No names. The letter ends. Leave. So we still don't know exactly who sent that letter. Hopefully they are dead in our cleanup of the White Mantle.
Don't think that's it.
Let's check the desk now.
Something here.
Peace be Caudecus' journal. The more recent entries are nearly legible. Flip through the older entries. Alright. That fool Zero has been sneaking around behind my back, going after her long-lost unseen one. Worse yet, she says she's close to her goal. So Zero, I think, was the final boss of the raid. So this shows the split between the White Mantle. Like, it was split in the White Mantle. So Caudecus was focused on taking the Crichton throne and just using the White Mantle as a means to an end. Whereas Zero was quite focused on actually resurrecting Lazarus, which seems to have worked. She learned that after Lazarus' aspects were tainted so long ago, he was forced to re-split himself, this time into artifacts rather than living vessels. Apparently he learned that lesson the hard way. Okay, yeah, so this is detailing the side quest in Guild Wars 1. So Lazarus initially split his soul into people, and having a person be his vessel seemed to have corrupted the vessels in some way, and they were using his power for their own ends, I think. So he managed to reassemble himself, sort of, and started hunting them down and reclaiming the pieces of his soul, reassembling himself, and then doing it again, but with magical artifacts. So essentially think Horcruxes from Harry Potter, or the Ring of Power from, like, Lord of the Rings. It's just, as long as these objects are around, he can't die. But I imagine they're easier to destroy than, like, the things from those stories. Keep reading. Zero has already found 4 of the 5 aspects. I cannot allow her to complete this ritual, nor will I allow this unseen one to disrupt my plans. Her efforts have been stalled. I've swapped one of the aspects with a fake, and Zero doesn't suspect a thing. When the 5th aspect is found, and she says the magic words, she's in for quite a surprise. Wait, so he still has one of the aspects? Once she's revealed as a fraud, the more superstitious among us will come crawling back to me. Normally I'd simply destroy the original and be done, but I don't want that Massat's essence near my home. Yeah, because it's... So if he does actually have one of the aspects and he destroyed it, it's not clear whether Lazarus's presence would still be around the mansion and maybe it would be vengeful and attack Caudecus, or if it would actually go to the mists. But hang on, there's a far more important take from this.
What is it?
According to this note, it's one of Lazarus's aspects.
A what?
Without it, they could have never resurrected Lazarus. The real Lazarus. Caudecus wasn't kidding when he called him a false god when he showed up.
If he's an imposter, it would explain why we were able to see him. But who would pose as Lazarus?
Someone who wanted access to an unstable bloodstone, and an instant army to unquestioningly do their bidding.
Deceptive, tactical, and powerful. Not the greatest combination.
I'll send this to Exemplar Calden with the Shining Blade to authenticate it. Make sure it's not just more propaganda. And then Marjorie. We should get her out of there.
I'll send word to her on my way to... well, wherever I go, I suppose.
So, no Dragon's Watch in your future?
Regretfully. I've been under someone's yoke for too long. It's high time I walk as my own Sylvari for a while.
Well, being in the guild doesn't mean... But I understand. Thanks for everything, Canuck. You've been a good friend.
Oh, don't start weeping about it. I'm sure our paths will cross again.
It's easy when you know how.
Okay. Yeah, so this cup here is the final piece of Lazarus's soul. So, the real Lazarus is partly right in front of us. So whoever we've been dealing with is a fake. So someone took control of the White Mantle. and it took the power of a bloodstone. And so the real Lazarus is possibly going to be a problem for later, but we've got to deal with whoever the hell has been wearing his face. And we'll be dealing with that in the next episode.